So first of all, we talk a lot about black voters who support Donald Trump, but we don't often hear from them. I'm not talking about the people who hold the Blacks for Trump signs at the rallies, not them. I'm talking about the people at your church, down at the job, the neighbors, and that might explain why the reception the former president got from apparent supporters at a Chick-fil-A went viral. Now, Trump's backers claim this clip is proof that he really is winning over black voters.
Come here, let me give you a hug.
Now, skeptics see this as a planned campaign stunt. Michaela Montgomery, the woman there hugging the former president, conservative media has been playing this clip of her hugging Trump on a loop almost every hour on Fox. Understand that this was no chance meeting. Michaela told Trump that she canvassed for him, she fundraised for him, she volunteered for the Georgia GOP, she organized the crowd of students and brought them there because he was coming. Trump didn't just happen to walk into a random chicken joint and all the black people just stood up and cheered. Michaela says that she and the HBCU students with her now have gotten a lot of backlash because of this video. And I plan to ask her about all of that. And we invited her to the show. She accepted the invitation to come on, but then she canceled. She did, however, as I mentioned, she spoke to Fox.
And this is a sentiment I get a lot coming from the young people themselves, is that they feel like he's honest. They feel like this is somebody who, while we might not agree with how he says things, how he goes about things, at least he's telling us what it is. We don't feel like this is a snake in the grass waiting for his chance to bite us.
My next guest represents the district where this viral meeting happened. Republican Georgia State Representative Mesha Mainor is here with me. Thank you so much for your time today. Michaela Montgomery, lauded by the right, excoriated by the left. You met with her yesterday or earlier in this week. What's your reaction to what you've heard, the reaction to that moment with the former president?
Let me first off just say hi, Bison. Michaela
hey,
she's a single mom, so she has a lot of responsibility. That may be the reason she canceled. I don't want to make it seem like it's a negative reason why she wasn't here. She is completely involved in the movement. She organizes grassroots for HBCU students. A few weeks ago, we did a Bloom event for young women. She helped coordinate that with her organization called Conserve the Culture. I think what we have to remember really is all Black people are not the same. Even though President Biden says all Black people are the same, we really aren't. And so that's the main thing. We have different opinions. We have different likes. We have different interests. We have different policy priorities. And if we could all just get along and learn to respect each other's opinion, we would be in a much better place.
Here's the reaction from the Biden campaign. Thinking black voters relate to Donald Trump because he spent 20 minutes handing out freebies at a fast food restaurant is yet another insult to our intelligence and perfect example of just how disingenuous Trump's outreach to black voters continues to be. You got any response to that?
My initial response would be something negative. So I'm trying to not be negative and say that if you don't vote for him or you don't vote Democrat, you're not Black. To just put us in a box is what my problem is. We care about legal immigration, many Black people. We care about public safety. We do not want to defund the police. We care about educational opportunities. Donald Trump has been to my district twice. Once to the Chick-fil-A on MLK, which is the neighborhood I grew up in, and two, when he went to Rice Street. Both times he was applauded for being there. So look, sometimes he comes unexpectedly and sometimes he comes expectedly. And we just need to embrace that everyone does not think the same. Really, the major issue here is what are the policy issues that are most important to people in Black communities.
You know, there really is this shift, and we see it in younger voters. There's this fascinating new report from Pew on the trend of black voters. So follow me. A lot of numbers here, but stay with me, everybody. 2013, 7% of black voters over 50 were registered or leaning Republicans. 9% of blacks under 50 were. Fast forward 10 years. Still 7% of black voters over 50 were registered Republicans at 7%. 17% of the voters under 50 now are leaning or registered Republicans. So nearly a 100% increase in 10 years. Representative Mainor, what do you think that generational shift is attributed to?
I think at the end of the day, we put a lot of emphasis on the presidential election. The presidential election is not putting food on people's table. The presidential election is not helping kids learn how to read. People are realizing that school board members are very important. Your county commissioners are very important. Your city council members are very important. And that's what I'm out educating my community on. Let's look at local politics, because media will distract us from what really is important. And what really is important is local policies that really impact us every day. And it's those Republican policies. You know, Georgia, at the Georgia State Representative, we just passed a lot of tax laws that are going to put more money into people's pockets. People are more interested in that than the chaos surrounding the presidential election, well, as far as black people are concerned.
This state has also passed a heartbeat bill banning, for most cases, abortion after 6 weeks. And the vice president was in Arizona pitting that on Donald Trump, and I'm sure she'll come and make a similar speech in Georgia. How much do you think that will impact the vote here, and especially women the age of Michaela Montgomery that the Democrats are targeting?
Heartbeat bill passed before I was in office, so I can't really speak to the dynamics of that. What I can say is that I do believe that women should have a choice. I think that there are different reasons why people or women have abortions. One of the things I'm really proud to say, this past session, we did a lot of bills for maternal mortality, as well as infant mortality. We have a new maternal health commission that we're trying to get started to help with that. That's my answer to that.
All right, State Representative Mesha Mainor, thanks so much for coming on.